And we've got a big important update on the Pune Porsche case that we've been tracking all through this week here on India Today. The employed driver of Vishal Agarwal, who was supposed to be driving the Porsche that was involved in that accident, is being questioned by the police again today. Viewer, you know what this means. The driver employed by the Agarwal family, who was supposed to have been driving the car that day, is being questioned by the Pune police today. The driver in his first statement had claimed that he was driving the Porsche when the accident happened, and the juvenile accused also in his first statement said that the driver was driving the Porsche when the accident happened. Two other friends of the juvenile who were with him had also maintained that it was the driver who was driving at 160 kilometers per hour and that the vehicle was not being driven by the juvenile, something that has been completely refuted by eyewitness accounts on the ground. Remember, the driver of the car, the juvenile allegedly was pulled out of the car and beaten up before being handed over to the police. But now the driver has been taken in for questioning again. Well, these are images from that night itself. Remember, Vishal Agarwal is in police custody at this time, and the minor driver, whose bail was cancelled yesterday and sent to a juvenile observation home, we're yet to confirm if he's been sent to that home or not. Well, now it appears to be that the strategy of the defense is to somehow make it look like it was the driver who was driving. Only a court will decide that, viewer. We are not the hangman or the jury or the judge in this case. But remember, would a driver be driving a car at 160 kilometers per hour? What of the eyewitness accounts? What of all the people who pulled this boy out of the car and thrashed him before handing him over to the police? Let's go straight across to India Today. It's Divyesh Singh joining us live from Mumbai. Divyesh, the driver, the employed driver of the Agarwal family is being questioned right now. Most people, would be very suspicious about this because the images tell a very different story.
Well, Shiv, as you pointed out, that the defense is trying all possible tricks so that they could evade law and evade any further action against the juvenile who has been sent to observation home last evening. There are statements given by the two witnesses. The another two in the car where the accident happened. Another statement is of Vishal Agarwal, the father.
Yes.
And the fourth statement is of the driver who was working for the Agarwal family. And all four of them claim that the car was driven by the driver and not the juvenile. This is just a trick to evade any further action, any further stringent action which are being taken by the police in this case. Right now, the driver is being questioned by the Pune crime branch, and meanwhile, grandfather of the juvenile is also being questioned to get further details in this.
Okay, Divyesh, appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us on that. Is there a trick? Could it derail the entire case? What about the testimony of the eyewitnesses who were there, who saw firsthand who was driving the car? This case is far from over, viewer. Justice is nowhere near just yet, and we will continue to track this case very, very closely. The courts will finally decide.